Good morning, friends and family, VC worldwide. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I still have the same T-shirt on as yesterday because I just got up and I haven't jumped in the shower yet to start my day. I'm still blurry-eyed from yesterday, and watched a couple of videos before I decided to try to sign on for a minute, and So I'm not, my thoughts are going to just kind of flow, and if I need to start over, I will again, but I'm just going to see if I can kind of pull myself together here. I just got done watching a couple of videos, which I like to do. I really do try to find time to at least watch a couple of videos. So it's good to see you back, Big Star 1000, after 2 weeks. Good luck with school and amazing finds. And I love it. I don't know. I don't know if it's just coincidence, chance, or what, but it seems like I notice a fair amount of people talking about records that they've been looking for, and the next thing you know, all of a sudden, there it is. I know that's happened to me a few times over the years, even before I was in the VC. I just like how that happens sometimes. It really feels good. So I'm glad you found that Supergrass. Sublime Media, your prog selections for your show. Is that what you said you're going to do? They're perfect. Perfect. Um, I didn't actually watch the video, but I saw in the preview that LP Loco, I think is his name, recently found Chameleon Church. And I've shown this before, but I just thought I'd show it again because this is a good pop light psych record from the 60s that features Chevy Chase on the drums. There he is. It's really obvious who he is in the back there. That's Chevy. And this is a good record. I like quite a few songs in there. Tompkins Square Park. I mean, I can even tell you the name of the song without looking at it. I like this record. I wanted to mention that. A couple other things I wanted to try to mention. Just some kind of just shout outs and connect with people. Hopefully they come back. One other shout out was, well, thank you everyone. Always thank you for sharing with me this whole ride and everything. And yeah, it was a super kick to have Rick stop by the house yesterday, so you guys could, so you could see that I'm really playing with this guy. It's just the best. It's just one among many things that's very satisfying, and I feel very thankful for that are going on. Andreas, Grecian Thunder, noticed that Tim was wearing a JJ t-shirt, the drummer who was in Toxic Reasons, and I just wanted to remember to mention that JJ is a friend of mine and Tim's. We played with his band really not that long ago, a couple of years ago, at the big punk rock reunion, and we played several shows actually back in the day with Toxic Reasons, and actually got to be good buddies with them. Tufty and the Stucky Bruce, is that his name? Yeah. Um, Actually, whenever they would come through Omaha, they would stay here with friends. We partied a lot, jammed. I sat in with Toxic Reasons, actually played bass on a couple songs in their set at one of their shows here. It was awesome. So I wanted to share that. Yeah, it's very exciting and fulfilling to be involved more and more or ongoing with music and on a greater level with people that I respect and on a on a continuing more professional level, I guess is what you would call it. Although the people I'm playing with, we're like, I'm saying Rick Agnew he's a punk rock legend, but he's also someone who has been actually kind of overlooked by some of the media because of the way he operates. Like, I like to tell stories, and I can tell some good stories, but man, Rick's got me by miles. I mean, he's been telling some mind-blowing stories, very interesting stories, some crazy stories. And of course, I've been hearing again from him the repeated story of most musicians and artists of how he's been screwed time and time again in the music business, trying to be a musician, trying to play music, trying to, just really have a life of it, and having people just really just take his money. So, thinking out loud, that's one of the things I think about this opportunity of playing with Rick, among all the other things, is a chance to play with someone that I regard, and for him to play with people who respect him and are not about taking advantage of him. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just something you got to really watch out for. And I'm having brain bubbles, so I want to remember this, in case some of you guys see it today. My good friends Icky Blossoms are in Chicago tonight at Shuba's. This is Saturday, so if you happen to watch this today and you're in Chicago, you can go see Icky Blossoms tonight at Shuba's. Great club, by the way, too. Want to remember that. Drawing a blank for a second. I do try to kind of mentally index things I want to address in my next video, and I always forget stuff, but always good to see Mr. Hall of Fame, and that's really cool that you got to you got that small club. That's probably where we'll play, when we come to St. Louis, quite honestly. Did you say the Hurricane or whatever the name of the place is? That's where we'll play at. But that's the best. I mean, I like big shows too, but honestly, some of the greatest shows I've ever seen have been small club shows where it's just right in your face and you really get to experience the essence of the bands. Seeing bands like Nashville Pussy, and The Damned, just like right up in your face, sweat dripping on you and stuff. And Nashville Pussy comes to mind because the lady guitarist, I got right up front, just shoved her crotch right in my face. It was awesome, you know what I'm saying? Thankfully she was fresh too, you know what I'm saying? It's the truth, y'all. So, okay, how is it that I'm able to do all this stuff and still make all these videos? This is just important to me. I've said it before, and so I make the time. I can do this. I'm time efficient, if anything. I'm not trying to call anybody else out. Cool Ranch Dressing kind of said that about me a while back. That man, you're showing everybody else up, man. I don't mean that, but I am efficient with time. And I'm on time for things, and I can get a lot done in a day if I need to. And so this is something I want to do, so I make time for it. The way that things are working out, I will show some records in a second, I think. I just got a lot on my mind. I'm trying to get it out as it comes to me. But how do I balance this stuff? Well, there's a natural order to the way things happen. So Indrima is on the back burner right now. It's like we want Indrima to happen, but the reality of the fact is that Nick, who is the main person behind the band, is involved in several other things. Those projects have risen to a higher priority naturally because of what's happening with them. Icky Blossoms, and then the completion of his next movie, Sick Birds Die, I believe is going to be the title of it, the one he shot in Africa. And so that's happening. So those are the hot irons in the fire, so he needs to address them. My stuff has been going. Dereck 3, now Dereck 2. Playing with Jewel Beast, which we're about to have our debut in a month. And then the emerging involvement with Rick Agnew. So everything just kind of balances out, when the time opens up, or if it does in the near future for Indrima to become the higher priority and we get this record out and stuff, that's what will happen. But I do believe in just following the energy flow of life, and that's how this is going, and it's working out really pretty good, actually. So, oh man, it's like just have so many things I'd like to talk about. I'm thinking that what I'll do is follow up on my own music suggestion, is to go over here and randomly pull some records to talk about again, because I didn't prepare. Oh, I did. I wanted to shout out, but I've forgotten your name already to tell them where your site is. If I remember, I'll put a link. But a VC member has started a store on Discogs, and he has quite a bit of prog. I looked at it. Yeah, I can't afford to buy from you right now, honestly. But I'll try to remember to put a link to his Discogs store for you folks. He has some good titles. He does. He's got some good titles in his store. I just can't remember his name. So, man, I just seems like there are things I want to see. They're just not coming. So I'm going to go over here and look and pull. Oh, that is what I wanted to say. That someone did tell me that I had actually shown the first record I pulled, saying I'd never shown before. I had actually pulled before, and once he said it, it's like, oh yeah, that's right. But you know, I've shown a lot of records. You know, I can't remember everything. I have a really good idea, generally, of what I've shown. You know, but so I showed it before. Maybe I'll pull one today that I've showed before that I've forgotten. You know, I'm human. So I'm just going to go right here because it's right in front of me, just like right here. One thing I've never shown that is just a really, because it's one that really doesn't need any introduction, but this is one of my favorite records of all time, is George Harrison, All Things Must Pass. So let me just show the fact that I actually own that, okay? Go up here. All right, let me pull a couple. Here's one I haven't shown. Well, I can just stay right here. Yeah, have I shown? Yeah, I've shown that. Okay, all right, okay. All right. Here's one. Have I shown this? I don't know if I have. All right, I'll pull that. And let's see. Let's go up here now. Let's show that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, don't think I've shown any of this guy's stuff. All right. Oh, yes, I have. Yes, I have. Okay. All right, I have to. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry about this. See, this is why sometimes I don't do this sort of thing, because I have shown quite a few things here, actually, yeah. And then there's things that's like, well, have I shown that? Do I want to show it? Okay. Have I? Oh, see, now it's like, okay, I'm just going to pull because I don't know if I've shown. I'm just going to stop and pull something once it hits me to show it. All right. I'll show this because this is another band I've played with that I just keep because I played with them. Okay. Here's a band that have played a show with in the past. I don't know whatever happened to them. Das Damon, and I may have shown this actually once again. Now I'm just admitting I've forgotten. Shown a lot of records. But once again, here's one of those bands that we played with. REF opened for them. The guys were cool. They signed my record. These are fun. These are fun memories to just kind of share. Das Damen. I don't know whatever happened to him. Another record I have here that I need to play because it's been a while. It's pretty good though. It's Evening in Torpor. Now, what is of collector's interest is that this record features Natalie Merchant before she was in 10,000 Maniacs. This is a small pressing on the Community label. And it's slightly experimental. It was recorded while these guys were at college. And so here's one I don't recall having shown before. I may have shown this before, I don't remember. This is Fat City, Reincarnation. If I remember correctly, the people that went on and made the huge 1970s hit in America, Afternoon Delight. This is the band, the folk band that they were in before that. And this is more folky than psych or prog. And so consequently, I don't really enjoy this album a whole lot, but it's definitely collectible to me. Definitely collectible. And I love the label Probe. When I can... Again, cool label. So I'm just going to, keep it short there. And I think I need to drink some more coffee and get my day properly going here, take a shower, and kind of wake up. And my ears been bothering me a little bit. I need to finish getting the wax out of those bad boys. But show tonight with Rick Agnew, the memorial for Stephen Prop. It was kind of cool. Stephen, this guy that who died of cancer. I first met him. I remember him. He was a kid in the psych ward when I worked in the psych hospitals back in the 70s and 80s. And I remember him because I started to run into him at shows. And then he became a big fan of mine, you know, in RAF. You know, and then last night his younger brother, who just turned 40, who helped organize this show for his brother, stopped by a rehearsal last night to meet Rick Agnew. And it was really touching, you know what I'm saying? Because, and Dan Stewart from RAF last night, he said it well. I hope I can repeat what he said. This is the neat thing about punk for me, which I think is different from a lot of other music. Like, as rock rose out of its infancy, the music was about the artist and then you know what I'm saying? It's me and then you, my audience, you know. And what punk has always been, or seems to be special about, is that it's about us. You know, that barrier between the audience and the artist was erased. You know, I think it was starting to go even before punk, but punk really broke it down. And that's one of the special qualities about punk music and the audience, you know, and all of us growing up, is because it's like this kind of bond. It really is like this bond that we have. And it's like this brother sisterhood, you know. So tonight, really looking forward to just playing for a whole bunch of friends, you know, and it'll sell out. I mean, that's not an ego statement. It will, you know. It's like the bar that we're doing it at isn't big enough for everyone that's going to want to come. Really, really, really happy about this, and it just really again shows the integrity and also the synergy of what's going on with Mr. Agnew and us here, that he wants to be here with us to play this show. You know what I'm saying? His expenses are all being covered, not by me, thankfully. But, you know, we're giving the money from the show to the family, you know, to help pay with, you know, Steve was all crippled up like this, you know, and could hardly walk before he died, you know, and he still came out to shows and stuff, you know. So you can imagine that they probably got bills for days, you know. That's going on tonight. So today I plan to just really conserve my energy, try my best to not go to the record store and spend any money today. That's something I need to do. All right, I'll talk to y'all soon. There's always more to say.